Hey, welcome. My name is Adam, and in this video, I am super excited to be introducing the Conscious Creator Program. This is a group coaching program that focuses exclusively on helping heart-centered people create the life of their dreams by showing them how to achieve unity of mind and heart. So, what does that actually mean? Achieving unity of mind and heart just means that the vision that you are holding in your mind for what you're pursuing in your life, your goals are in alignment with what your heart actually wants. Now, a big problem is that we don't know how to differentiate which goals are authentic to us and which goals are actually other people's goals that have been put onto us by things we've heard from our culture, the media, from teachers, parents, etc. Now, when you are pursuing a goal that isn't actually in alignment with your heart, then we run into all kinds of obstacles, such as fear, procrastination, addictions, laziness, overworking, and perfectionism. The reason why we run into these obstacles is not because there's anything wrong with you, and it's not because achieving what you want in life is difficult. Achieving what you want in life is not difficult. It does not require discipline, hard work, grinding, showing up consistently, working even when you don't feel like it. That is actually a false belief. That is a characteristic of whenever you're going after a goal that isn't in alignment with your heart, it's very difficult to achieve that goal. There's all kinds of obstacles that appear in your way because that is like the universe telling you, hey, this path is not the path that will fulfill your heart. But since many of us aren't aware of this truth, we pick a goal that is coming from some culturally absorbed idea, or it's an inauthentic goal. It's a goal that's based on trying to prove something to yourself or to somebody else, trying to make somebody else happy, trying to make your boss happy, or your parents happy, or your friends jealous of you. It's a goal that's based on the illusion of status and fame and luxury. Whenever we're pursuing these inauthentic goals, then they're difficult to achieve. And what we need to learn how to do is really to shut our mind off for a few minutes, allow the mind to take a back seat, and ask your heart, hey, what do you authentically want? It's almost like your mind is the adult and your heart is your inner child. We need to feed our inner child, and we need to live in alignment with what our inner child authentically wants if we want to live a happy and fulfilled life where it feels like we're constantly on vacation. The goal of this program is to make you feel like the path that you're on in your life is joyful, effortless, and is a continual vacation. Because a giant misconception is that if I want to achieve the life of my dreams, then it requires me to go through hell. If I just fight and claw my way through all the obstacles and defeat all the threshold guardians, then I'll achieve heaven. I'll achieve the holy grail. And once I achieve my goal, then I finally get to relax. But that's a misconception. What we teach you in this program is that the path towards heaven actually feels like heaven. It feels effortless. It feels joyful and easy. It flows naturally. It doesn't require fighting. It doesn't require discipline. This is a rude awakening. A lot of people don't believe this. So a big part of this program is getting your mind and actually explaining the mechanics of goal creation, of reality creations, what we're talking about. We explain why this works on an energetic, like mechanical level. And we show you how to have your mind be like the adult and your heart is like the inner child. Your mind is the parent that is taking your heart into a toy store. And when you take your kid to a toy store, you don't decide what they should buy. You just ask them, hey, pick what you want and I'll buy it for you. So that's what we're doing here is we're allowing our mind to take a back seat so that the heart can actually choose what kind of life you want authentically. And once we can choose authentically without falling into the traps of false beliefs, limiting beliefs, worrying about practicality, worrying about all the adult mind things, because the problem with the mind is that it's basically just full of hand-me-down beliefs that we've absorbed blindly from our culture. Most of them are unconscious, and most of them are just serving other people's agendas. So when you pick your goals with your mind and you just kind of leave your heart out of it, when you pick what you think is practical and realistic in your mind, you don't realize that you're actually pursuing somebody else's goal. You're feeding into somebody else's agenda because the mind is just hand-me-down beliefs. But what is you, what is authentic to your soul is what you feel in your heart. So when we can unify the heart and the mind by picking a path that makes you feel like your life will be joyful, effortless, and a constant vacation, that's how you can create some amazingly powerful results in your life. Also, when you learn how to unify your mind and your heart, this actually turns you into a vessel for the energy of abundance. This is what makes you attractive. This is what makes you successful in relationships, in business, and even in your health. What we like so much about artists, when you have a favorite artist, call to mind what your favorite artist is. One of the reasons why we like them so much is because they have found a way to unify their goals with what is authentic in their heart. And then when they pursue it, following these principles, which are vision, wakefulness, and non-attachment, then they can share their abundant energy with you and make you feel happy. That's why you like these people. So this program focuses on the principles of reality creation, which are vision, having a clear vision of what you want, wakefulness, which is being awake and present in each moment so that you're actually sensitive to what your heart is feeling on a moment-to-moment basis so that we can make authentic choices and authentic decisions. And once we learn how to let go of attachment with non-attachment, then we can actually follow the flow of life and allow it to take us towards our dream life. So reality creation is about unifying the masculine and the feminine energies within yourself. The masculine is the direction, picking what you want, but making sure that you pick with your heart what the inner child authentically wants. Then, once you pick your vision, you hold it in your mind and then you surrender, which is the feminine. You surrender and you allow and you open yourself up to receiving guidance as we flow towards our goal effortlessly and joyfully. The path to heaven feels like heaven, not that you get to heaven by, fighting and clawing your way through hell. It's a false belief. That's not how reality creation works. So the way this program works is it's taught in simple, very easy to understand videos with a little bit of theory. Theory is important because it helps the mind buy into this whole thing. and also some clear action steps as well. So we need to convince the mind so that it feels comfortable taking a step back and allowing the heart to choose its own toy. We use some practical personal development practices like guided journaling, visualization, meditation, body and energy work, and we also allow ourselves to take simple aligned action. So this is not a sit on the couch and visualize your goal and then hopefully achieve it. This is a sit on the couch and visualize your goal and then let it go, non-attachment, let it go, and allow yourself to take one step at a time. Lao Tzu said the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So we still have the willingness to take action, and we take simple action so that we can achieve our goal. This program's run by me, and it feels like hanging out in an intimate community, but we get real life results. So I want this to be fun. I want it to feel effortless, where we're just kind of hanging out with each other, talking, sharing our goals, sharing our struggles. And this is really going to help to align your mindset to have the proper mindset, because your mindset makes up for honestly like 95% of your results. It's not about what you do to achieve your goals. It's about how you're thinking and how you're actually using your personal energy and your consciousness to flow towards your goals and have the right mindset. So the way this works is it's a 6-week program where in the first week we talk about vision. I show you how to get clear about what your heart wants most and how to tease apart false goals from real, authentic goals. So whenever we're kind of deciding what we want in our life, this can take a long time. It requires a lot of focus. It requires intention. And I have a whole list of amazing journaling exercises, some of the best ones that I've used with my life coaching clients for the last 3 years. I've used all of these myself to really dig deeply in my heart and to figure out what do I authentically want, and to remove any mentally enforced notions, to kind of get the fears of the mind and the pragmatism of the mind. We put that to the side temporarily and we ask our heart, hey, what do you want? Even if it seems unrealistic, if it is what you authentically want, you can create it with amazing power. And it's very possible to create it a lot quicker than you think. So we decide what our heart wants. We create a vision, so we unify the mind and the heart. And then in week 2, I teach you the proper mindset of reality creation. So how do you actually go about thinking about the whole process of goal achievement? You see, I've studied tons of personal development, self-actualization, law of attraction, manifestation, psychology, science, and so all this stuff for the last 7 years. I've studied it full time, and I've discovered there is tons of low quality information out there about goal achievement. There's just tons of outdated misconceptions that work very well when you're trying to achieve a goal that is somebody else's goal. When you're trying to serve somebody else's agenda, yeah, then you need to work really hard, you need to discipline yourself, you need to show up even when you don't feel like it. Of course, because achieving somebody else's goal is very difficult and it feels like a grind. But there's not that much information out there. There actually is, but it took me a long time to find the information that shows me how do I achieve a goal easily and effortlessly that is in alignment with my heart. And that's what I teach you in week 2. I teach you how the actual metaphysics of how this works, and also just the practical ways to think on a day-to-day basis so that you can move in the direction towards creating your dream life where it feels like you're continually on a vacation. In week 3, I show you my favorite meditation practices. I show you how to let go. I show you how to have wakefulness and consciousness in the present moment. I show you how to let go of importance and how to let go of attachment. Because another thing that really gets in the way of you going after what your heart genuinely wants, what prevents you from choosing that path, is it has too much importance attached to it. You've inflated the importance that you give to this path. You're not making it natural. You think it's like the best thing ever, and it's like somewhere out there in the future. The ego mind actually distorts reality, where we inflate certain goals and we give them too much importance, and this on an energetic level actually ends up backfiring and causes all these self-sabotaging mechanisms, because there's an energy imbalance. Basically, the energy in your mind about how you think of this goal is not an accurate reflection of the actual status of that goal. So that goal that you want, it's actually a lot easier to achieve than you think it is. All it requires is allowing yourself to put one foot in front of the other towards it. But since in your mind, it's kind of distorted because you're attached to it and you put it up on a pedestal, then you actually make it a lot harder for yourself than it needs to be. So we learn how to just let go of attachment and open ourselves up to receiving. Also, in week 4, I show you how to properly manage your internal energy using body work and some basic healthy habits, just like how to consciously choose what food to eat, how to consciously choose how and when to exercise. So I'm not going to be giving you like a strict regimen that you follow blindly like a monkey, because then you are taking action for me. You're unconsciously offloading your choice-making ability to somebody else. You want somebody else to give you a plan that you can close your eyes and follow blindly like a monkey. But I can only give you so much of a plan. I can only give you the principles that you need to follow. The actual path is your own path. I can't tell you what path is authentically yours in your heart, but I can show you the principles for how to walk it in an effortless and joyful way, and in a way that doesn't cause you to self-sabotage yourself with fear, procrastination, addiction, overwork, perfectionism, etc. So I still show you some basic energy management exercises, body work. These things really help to keep everything flowing smoothly so that you have an energetic field that it feels awesome, which is very attractive. It makes it a lot easier for you to achieve your goal. And then in week 5, we talk about working with people. So how do we work with people in a way that basically gets them to like us? And it's not by manipulating them, but it's actually about authentically and compassionately listening to the other person, genuinely trying to understand them, caring about them, putting yourself in their shoes, and speaking from a place of playfulness, fun, authenticity, and low levels of importance, where we're just being authentic. So I teach you all the best things that I've personally learned for how to get people to like you, basically, because when we're talking about achieving your goals, you're going to have to work with people here on earth. So I show you how to do that. And in week 6, I show you how to bring everything together, to tie it up nicely, coordinate all of it so it's easy to apply in your life, so that for the rest of your life, you know the principles for how to create the reality that you want in your heart. This is so invaluable. This is like priceless information. Knowing the actual principles for how to create the reality that I authentically want in my heart. Not feeding into other people's goals for me, but what I authentically want. And I also share with you some advanced wizard level reality creation tips, which just kind of tie everything together and make this whole process run smoothly. Now, I just wanted to make a note that this stuff is based in practical personal development. It's not airy-fairy, pie in the sky, wishful thinking. This is real grounded stuff that I've been working with for the last 7 years. So the program also has a community. It's a school community where we can connect and collaborate with each other. And there's one weekly live group call, which is like a Q&A call where you come, bring your questions, I'll answer them. I'll make sure to keep you on track. If there's something you're struggling with, maybe some decision you're having trouble making, I'll help to remind you of the principles of the program. You basically have me guiding you the whole time, and then we can even interact with each other as well. We can support each other and build each other up. And there's also one weekly live guided meditation where once a week we gather together and I just guide us through a meditation. It says it's 1 hour long. Sometimes it might be shorter, but being guided through meditation by someone who has a lot of experience with meditation is very, very powerful. Whenever my meditation teachers guide me through meditation and they have so much experience, it's like they're guiding you from the actual present moment itself. They're not bringing you through some kind of like preconceived technique, but they're just very conscious and present, and it's integrated, and they're like kind of transferring their consciousness to you. So that's what we do once a week. And I think that's super powerful. Meditation is really a key for becoming a conscious creator of your life, where you consciously choose what life you want in your heart, not unconsciously feeding into other people's ideas for what you should want or what life you should go after. This is taking control back over your life. So the program investment is $997 per year. So this is for the beta of the program. The reason why it is so inexpensive, I really wanted to make it $1,997. I actually wanted to make it $4,000, but I really wanted to make sure that the price wasn't a barrier. I wanted you guys who are really serious about this and who are really passionate about this to have the chance to actually get in and work with the principles here. And the reason why this is per year is because you pay one time and you have a membership to the program for an entire year. And then at the end of the year, if you feel like the program has changed your life and you want to stay in it, then you would have to sign up again. This is good for two reasons. Number one, it gives you some motivation to actually take action during the allotted year. Because if you feel like, oh, I have this program for the rest of my life, then it's very easy to procrastinate and just to put it off till later. But if there's a time limit while you're in it, then it kind of pushes you to actually go through it and apply what you have. And also that gives me incentive to make the community aspect of the program so good that you're actually going to want to renew every single year. So this is good for those two reasons. So if this is something that interests you, you can click the Apply Now button below, or if you're not watching this on the actual web page, there will be a link in the description where you can pick a time to talk to me personally, where you have to fill out an application form. And normally there would just be like a Buy Now button where you can just buy it now. But I actually want to talk to you first before I sign you up, because I just want to screen every single person. I just want to have like a 20-30 minute conversation with each one of you, because I want to make sure that the people in the community have a good vibe and are going to contribute something positive to this thing that we're doing here. So right now, I am only accepting 10 beta members. And what that means is it's a beta because this is just the first launch of the program. So we're going to be doing a little bit of troubleshooting. We're going to be doing some error correction. Like if I explain something in one of the videos and it doesn't make much sense to you, you can just tell me and then I'll correct it. So I will be teaching you the program live on week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll be going through it together week by week. And that's all that makes it a beta, is that it's the first time it's been released. So the beta isn't any worse than the actual program. In some ways, it's actually better because you kind of get to participate in the creation of the program by asking your questions and stuff like that. But I'm only accepting 10 beta applicants because I can only focus on so many people at once. So now would be a great time to fill out your application form. I'm expecting to have like maybe 40 or 50 applicants, and I'm going to have to talk to every single one of you one-on-one, which I don't mind doing. I love talking to you guys, and I just want to pick and choose and see like who's serious about this. And it's good to get your application in earlier, because if someone seems like a good fit and I choose to sign them up, there's only so many people that I can sign up before we hit our member cap. So you want to be one of the earlier people that applies so that you have a higher chance of getting in. If not, don't worry. The program will launch again in a couple months. This will be the full version of the program. To be honest, the price might increase. Probably it might double. And you don't have to worry about that, because honestly, this program could be costed $10,000 per year, and it would still be well worth your investment. Remember, we're learning the principles of how to consciously create the reality that you want authentically in your heart. This is like the most powerful thing ever. You could pay $100,000 for this program, and that would be so worth it. That's what I genuinely believe. So yes, after the beta, the price might go up a bit, but again, don't worry. It's still going to be well worth it. You're still going to get a fantastic deal. Okay, so that's it. The program's starting on February 19th. So you want to apply as soon as possible to make sure that you secure your spot. And if you have any questions, you can email me at adam@adammichellicoaching.com. Now, I hope to see you in the program. I look forward to talking to you one-on-one and helping to turn you into a conscious creator of your reality.